says, Greg says, I didn't wait for the countdown. And then I was talking about content before we started.
Oh my gosh, he was.
Stuff.
He was just
Yeah.
content. And I'm like, Dan, save it for the podcast. You're going to use up all your good words, and then it's just going to be just anger. But
Yeah,
no,
well,
I'm just joking. He started off with anger. He led with it.
We didn't record things so far in advance, we could tell the listeners what's happening right now.
I know.
Or we could. But I was just mentioning to Greg that this cover
Yes.
of Booster Gold number 9.
9.
How are we to number 9 already? This may be our last Booster Gold.
I want more Booster Gold, Dan.
Well, we've done a lot of Booster Gold, and this may be the last one.
Can't stop now. They can't stop the gold train. It's a gold rush.
The gold rush.
It's a gold rush.
Booster MC Gold Rush.
Booster MC Gold Rush.
It's yeah, I was just commenting on this cover. One, I said I can't believe this cover, and I think Greg thought I was talking about something different, but I was referring to the fact that you have a book with, one of your top 5 books guest starring in your book, and you don't put any of those characters on the cover.
Yeah. You don't put them on this cover at all. They're inside, Dan. They're holding them back so that you want to open this book and get inside to see them. It's a peek behind the curtain. You see them on the marquee of the book, but you don't see them on the cover. You know they're there. You want to crack this book open because your friends are inside. That's right. The Legion is
really weird too.
Yeah.
Because the logo for the Legion of Superheroes hasn't been that lettering
in a while.
For like 3 years.
Ah, well, they're going. It's a throwback. It's a historical story. They're going back.
Well,
in time.
Even when the historical story was happening, the characters. Well, this cover is so basic.
It is
compared to some of the other covers that Jurgens has been drawing.
Yeah,
like the other covers have had these really intricate backgrounds and everything, and this is just like, fake. Or what did we decide? It's Domeless Mysterio. Hanging out with, like, grabbing Booster.
Yeah, he's gonna shank him. He's got him in a grip, holding that costume. Booster's legs kind of just straddling over one of his beefy thighs, hanging to the side as Booster's limp, lifeless body is just kind of kicked back and his head is lolled backwards. It's very sad. It's very sad, Booster.
I was gonna say something really tasteless and decided not to.
Oh, you were gonna say it looked like a cover of a one of those novels?
No. No, this is, well, anyway, well, anyway, Chiller is holding up Booster and says, I'm going for the president, Booster, over your dead body. You know what we could do?
What could we do?
As a comic, by the way.
What's that?
Well, I don't know if it was a great comic. I don't know if I'd rate it as a great comic. But down below, it says, are you this bored already? Like, we just started the podcast. You haven't changed cameras yet.
No.
And now you're yawning into the camera.
I'm yawning openly. I'm sorry, everybody. It's been a long...
You worked from home today. Like, why are you possibly tired? There was no traffic. There was no anything.
Because when you're training over teams, it is difficult, Dan.
Well, this little box in the bottom says, can you solve the DC challenge before we do?
Can we?
Are you familiar with the DC challenge?
No, I'm not. What is it?
Did you not? Do you really not know? Or
is it like where you got 2 books behind a question mark, brown cover on each one, and someone reads to you a little bit, and then you got to figure out, is it Teen Titans, or is it the Legion, or is it Superman or Booster Gold, or is it...
No.
Oh. Do you drink out of a cup?
No.
Oh. Is it where they put them all on an island and some people live and some
No,
people die. Oh, because that was a book.
that was
It's a
Marvel
Marvel.
Contest of
Yeah,
Champions.
no.
Yeah. No. This
The Hunger
was
Mutants.
this was a 12-issue series that started while Crisis on Infinite Earths was happening.
Okay.
The Crisis on Infinite Earths, the compendium, states that the events on the DC Challenge took place on Earth 32. I don't know why that matters.
It
Anyway,
does.
well, that's not. It doesn't explain to you what the DC Challenge is.
Oh.
Anyway, the DC Challenge was this. You would have a writer and penciler, or a writer and art team.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know if they went with the strongest first issue, except for, well, the art team, yes.
Okay.
The writer, I mean, no shade on Mark Evanier, but I don't know if I would have led with that writer as my intro to this book. But you did have Gene Colan and Bob Smith as the art team, which is interesting.
Bob Smith.
Inking Gene Colan.
Just,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. I mean, might I have Bob Smith penciling? Well, anyway, cool. So the art would have been very 70s.
yeah. Yeah.
In that first issue. Anyway, the DC Challenge was this. Each writer wrote an issue, handed it off to the next writer, and they had to pick up where that creative team left off.
Oh, what?
It's a very Greg concept.
Oh, I like it.
I think you would love this concept. It was not well received.
Yeah, I bet not.
But it allowed exposure to all sorts of different things, because like the writers would set up sometimes like something at the, like a cliffhanger or something like that the other writer would have to write out of, or sometimes set up characters they had to use, and then they could use characters from any universe. So like the first issue had Adam Strange, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Not way to go out of your comfort zone, Mr. Evanier. But the second issue had all sorts of people in it, like
Killer?
let's see, the Bawana Beast.
Oh, the Bawana Beast.
And Kongorilla.
Oh, wow.
And the next issue looks like a Hawk Woman, Hawkman. All sorts of different characters showing up. The Viking Prince. You're like, what? Who is that?
Here's amazing.
Issue 4 has Detective Chimp.
Oh.
Dr. 13.
It's a banger cast.
Yeah, so we had, it's funny, you can kind of guess who the characters would be who's writing each issue too. So
okay.
You had Mark Evanier on issue 1, Len Wein issue 2, Doug Mensch on issue 3 with Carmen Infantino penciling, with Bob Smith inking Carmen Infantino.
Oh,
yeah, whoa. Like, you have Paul Levitz writing issue 4 with no Legion appearances, but you do get, that's where you start to get Detective Chimp and Zatanna and Dr. 13 with Gil Kane penciling. Now, if you could think of an inking, the worst possible inking match for Gil Kane, but is a great inking match for many, many other people. No, I'm saying this person is a great inker for many other people, but would be a terrible inker for Gil Kane, and was super popular at the time, and probably was maybe drawing a super famous series that we've been talking about on other podcasts at the time.
Man.
Klaus Janson inked Gil Kane. No.
Was it just like he was just drawing right over it? Is he like, oh, he's like, let me fix that. Let me fix that face for you.
Yeah, I don't.
It looks like it.
No.
I mean, there's certain things I love about Bob Kane stuff, but then there's certain things that I can imagine somebody else going over it and saying, "Let me just fix that for you."
Yeah, well, anyway, the next issue is Mike W. Barr with Dave Gibbons penciling and Mark Farmer inking Dave Gibbons. Not Mark Farmer drawing the book, mind you.
Just
interesting.
It's just like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let
And
you.
this is a very young Mark Farmer at this point, right?
That's great.
Yeah, this is okay. All right, let's go to the next one here. We've got Elliot S. Maggin writing. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Off of all of his Superman novellas, right? With Dan Jurgens penciling and Larry Maldeshat inking, which makes sense because they, I believe, worked together on Legion books.
Yeah.
So, Maldstedt. I always say Maldeshat. I don't know why it's Maldstedt. Paul Kupperberg, right in the middle of his failed run on Doom Patrol. But I love Paul. Paul, I love you, by the way. I know I'm referencing your failed run on Doom Patrol. I'm sorry. I do like you. I have 3 of his books. Like written books. He's a cool guy. With Joe Staton and Steve Mitchell inking. I don't know who Steve Mitchell is. Joe Staton, drew all of the. If you don't know Joe Staton drew all of the All-Star comics that they were running, though, that Levitz wrote, and then of course he who helped co-create Wolverine also wrote.
Yeah. Huh.
You know, the editor that helped co-create Wolverine, you remember?
The editor that helped co-create. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Flipping to issue 8 here on this aside. Jerry Conway. Yeah, there makes sense. A veteran writer at that point. With Rick Hoberg and Dick Giordano coming back in and inking, which there's an inker that you can rely on to ink anyone.
It's gonna be solid.
Yeah. And he's only been an art director at 2 major companies. Okay. Oh, here we go. We asked about this the other day. Okay, this is a bizarre one. Ready for this?
Give me the bizarre one.
All right. We've got Roy Thomas writing.
Okay.
He who we were just mentioning.
Yes. Love his music.
And we have a Klaus Janson cover.
Okay.
With interiors penciled and inked by Don Heck.
Wow.
So if you saw that cover and you were expecting the art inside to look like that cover, nope.
Come on now. Don's got a great style.
I think Don should have done the cover. If you got Don Heck, use Don Heck. We were just commenting on Don Heck inking somebody else a couple podcasts ago.
Yeah.
What a crazy art team. What a crazy group of talented artists they have at DC right now.
Yeah.
You've got, okay, you ready for this one now?
Okay.
Dan Mishkin writing.
Oh, the Mishkin.
With Kurt Swan.
Drawing?
Inked by Terry Austin.
Wow.
Were they just like throwing names into like a hat and being like, all right, let's figure out how we can mix and match these pairs.
Yeah, they were throwing what they did. They threw all the artists into a hat, and they're like, "You're drawing, you're inking. You're drawing, you're ink," and it's like, okay.
It's really here. You can see it. It's like all Terry Austin is making all of his characters, all of the Kurt Swan characters just float.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Okay. Let's go to number 11 here.
Oh boy.
I actually like this. This one makes sense, but
it makes sense.
It makes sense.
Huh?
It makes sense because Dr. Fate appears. But again, the combination is interesting. We've got a Marv Wolfman and Carrie Bates story.
Okay.
All right.
I'm into
the
it.
2 opposition writers and editors, right, in the 70s at DC and Marvel, right?
I'm into it, though. I'm into it.
Writing the story. With Keith Giffen penciling.
Okay.
Yeah, with Dave Hunt inking.
What?
Probably the soundest combination. Now, this is where I think the writers, they were just like, all right, let's put the opposition editors together and go.
Yeah, come up with a story. Let's lock you into a room and see if somebody dies.
It is a really actually amazing cover. This is some early Keith Giffen crazy art as he starts that really in-depth line phase.
Yeah, crazy art.
Like no, it is very, very, very cool. It is very cool.
Oh yeah. That is cool.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally issue 12, if you're bored of this, by the way. And if you're not, go read the DC Challenge.
We should do it.
It was a crazy mess.
If you think we should do it, let
podcast.
us know. Yeah. Oh, it's a side podcast.
In issue 12, they let everybody do something. So,
oh boy.
You had writers Mark Evanier, Dan Mishkin, Roy Thomas, Jerry Conway, Len Wein, and Marv Wolfman.
Y'all get a page.
And artists, cover by Jerry Ordway. Cool.
Okay.
With pencilers Dan Spiegel, Dennis Cohen, Luke McDonnell, Stan Walk, Steve Lytle, Ross Andrew, Tom Mandrake, and inked by a whole bunch of different people.
A whole bunch of different people. That's I'm just joking. I know.
You know, the irony here is it would be really interesting if they had originally gone to Steve Lytle to draw the whole issue. And then they were like, yeah, there's no way he can be fast enough to draw this issue.
We'll just put you on the last one. And only for 2 pages.
So yeah, and then they did another DC Challenge series a few years ago in honor of Jack Kirby.
Oh yeah,
that one was fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I think that was fun. I mean, it was worth it to read it and seeing a bunch of artists trying to be Jack Kirby, even though Jack Kirby says, "Don't be me."
Don't be.
And it was the Commandy Challenge. Sorry,
the Commandy Challenge.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun
for the Commandy fans.
Yeah, I love Commandy.
I know.
Who doesn't love Commandy?
I know. Who doesn't?
Okay. Well, anyway, back to this issue, which we haven't left because can you solve the DC Challenge before we do?
We never got off the cover. The cover that you're like, oh, I don't like this cover, but you found something on the cover that you really like. The DC Challenge.
Yeah. Well, the chiller is stupid. Honestly, if I have any complaints, I mean, you've heard them loud and clear, folks. If I have any complaints about this book, it's the villains are shit.
I mean, they're not great, but they're not terrible. I've seen worse.
They're terrible.
I've seen worse.
The Twister was terrible.
I honestly thought he was going to be something else, and then he threw us for a loop. Everybody, he threw us for a loop.
Yeah, he tied your mind in knots.
He did. He tied my mind in knots, and now we got the Chiller, and
Blackguard is one of the worst villains I've ever seen.
Blackguard's kind of terrible.
The Mind Dancer. I mean, Mind Dancer had some potential if we get her out of that costume.
Yeah, but then
no
you
offense,
got
Mr. Jurgens.
But then you got, I mean, then it's just it just keeps filing. Cobra Commander though. I mean, I love it.
Yeah, Diamond Face Commander. Yeah,
Diamond Face.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
I do like the idea of Dan Jurgens tying into the 1,000, 100, 10,000, whatever, and making it 10, tying Booster firmly into Metropolis, launching Booster into that world.
Yeah.
It makes sense. I do like that element of it. I like the Rose and Thorn appearance so far.
Yeah.
It was probably my favorite guest star, honestly. The Superman guest appearance. Superman was just a giant asshole.
Typical of the time.
And then, thank you, John Byrne. And then, now the Legion's here, and they're kind of being jerks too.
Well, I mean,
their stuff did get stolen.
Their stuff got stolen. They're like, dude, this guy took our shit, and they want it back.
And apparently, Dan Jurgens got really tired of drawing backgrounds because we get to the next page, and last issue, Chameleon Boy had Booster all tied up.
Yeah.
And
in the fruit by
and
the
other
foot.
two, Brainiac 5 and Ultra Boy, were watching. And we get another page without backgrounds, but we really get a cool Ultra Boy there up in the corner with his hand out facing everybody. And I mean, the art's cool. The figures
Ultra Boy
cool.
coming off the top ropes.
Ultra Boy, clearly, you should probably be talking to Ultra Boy about the butt routine there.
I know, his butt looking good, not a weak ass. He's got it. His ACL is not going to go
But
out
we
when
don't
he's
get to
walking
see
down the
Brainiac
street.
5's butt because they put Ultra Boy's foot right in the middle of it.
Right in the butt. It is pretty funny. It looked like it's firmly planted, like, get over there.
Yeah,
Boom.
it looks like he's kicking his ass into Chameleon Boy.
He's riding Brainiac 5
He's
like a
riding
skateboard.
Brainiac 5
Like a skateboard.
like a skateboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, please preface that with what you're saying. Well, we turn the page, and of course, because Booster looked like any good 2-issue story, it looks like the hero is wrapped up by these vile Legion of Superheroes members who want to tell him what to do. And the next page, he zaps his way out.
Oh man, he hits him with the blast.
Yeah, we do find that, and Booster's complaining a lot in his head, and still explaining to us in great detail how his powers work.
Yeah,
in his head.
Well, I mean, it's all new. I mean, when you
I like that.
yeah, it's all new. We don't know.
We're only issue 9.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is like but it's his first appearance, in a sense, right? It is.
But yeah,
issue
I'm not
9.
being. This is not critical.
Yeah,
this is not Superboy. This is not clone Superboy walking around every time he uses his power, going,
whoa,
I'm going to use my tactile telekinesis to move this thing. It's a little better. It's a lot better than that.
He's just like, oh man, I don't know what I can do with all this cool shit.
Well, he zaps Chameleon Boy and then starts to fly away, and that makes the smartest Legionnaire, Ultra Boy, very upset. And Ultra Boy is going to go take him out. And I will say the dialogue, it's interesting for somebody who drew the Legion.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's it's jarring because Paul Levitz was writing all of the Legion at this time, pretty much. And so whenever you deviate from that, it's just kind of weird to see them in other books.
I see.
It's kind of like when Claremont was on the X-Men so long, right? And if the X-Men showed up in another book, and the dialogue was different, it was just kind of like,
their voice isn't there.
Why is this happening?
Yeah.
Right, which made sense. Like when Louis Simonson did X Factor, right? They kept the characters separate for the most part, right? Yeah. I mean, they did have some. They had, and now I'm gonna roll that back really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, they obviously had crossover stories, right? But they did keep. When they weren't doing a crossover story, the books were pretty much kept separate, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And the characters had their own voices. And this is one where the Legion is a huge group. You've pulled 3 of them over. But Ultra Boy is saying things like, I don't know how you got Legion equipment or why you're here in 1985, Carter, but I intend to get those answers now. And Booster's like, geez, who are you anyway? And he's like, the name's Ultra Boy, mister. Like he's gonna twirl his mustache or something.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It seems like weird dialogue sometimes. But
he's about to fold them up and then
put
them on a train track.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Booster should be tied to a train track, honestly, at this point. He stole all their stuff. So, well, anyway, there's a limousine going through on a motorcade.
Yeah.
And we know what that's all about because the president was trapped down there. Both the president and the vice president.
Both of them. What's crazy? I mean, that goes against protocol, doesn't it? A vice president and the president in the same place? Man, the 80s were crazy.
It does go again. I have a feeling the comic book reality wasn't the actual reality.
Okay.
I mean, we have discussed some of the potential implications of the Chiller being successful.
Yeah. I mean, it's not all bad, but is it?
I don't know. Assassination is generally bad. But
yeah. Definitely.
We have the privilege of historical hindsight and policies that were made and wars that were fought. And I mean, well,
we probably never have.
If you look at the impact on now, I mean, we would never certainly never start attacking a small country to preserve their oil or anything.
I know.
Or take it. I mean, it's cool. Like, I mean, but you could also argue that like going to Gulf War I and setting the precedent there has maybe less impact than us stealing tactics from Somali pirates. So
Yeah.
yeah. However,
Yeah.
I do fully expect Pete Hegseth to be rolling out a video with "I'm a Real American" playing on it.
Most likely.
Yeah. I mean,
Most likely.
you know, one piece of shit plays music from another piece of shit. So, you know, it all fits together.
It's how the stew gets made. I don't know.
But boy, in 1986, did we love some Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we did.
Now, were you a Hulk Hogan fan or were you a Macho Man fan?
I was a Macho Man fan.
Even though he was a bad guy.
Even though he was a bad guy, didn't matter. I like Andre the Giant. I like Macho Man. I liked and man, I can't even say his name because I mean like there's a lot of, but like I mean like there's definitely like a lot of I don't know what it is. I always rooted for the bad guys.
Yeah, you were to see, and I was you of course know I rooted for whoever I was told to root for.
Yeah.
It's obviously
You gotta love.
You don't root for bad people.
You don't root for the bad guy.
I mean, what were we looking at here?
Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper.
Like,
was he a bad guy?
Well, Roddy Piper was a bad guy.
Yeah, he was a bad guy.
Well, he was going from bad guy to good guy. I think he was a bad. This was WrestleMania 2 times, so
yeah.
This is.
He was floating that line, but I always liked him because he was kind of like he was kind of crazy in the sense like breaking bottles on his head and doing stuff. He was a blader, so he's bleeding and stuff. It's like the hell is going on?
Well, what do we have here? We've got let me go through the card with you really quick here. We had it looks like we had
what do we have?
There was this is the weird one that was at 3 locations. So you have, you would have been actually angry. I was actually unhappy with this one. You got Paul Orndorff. I didn't get to watch this, of course, live. I got to see it on the videotapes on
the Coliseum videotapes
from. What was the video store? Hollywood Video.
Is it Hollywood or did you get from Mega Food? There was
no, not from Mega Food.
Did you go to the gas station?
Safeway.
Oh, the one by Safeway. Shoot.
That had the curtain where in the room you weren't allowed to go back to.
I can't remember the name of it. But I know the place you're talking about. I see it in my mind.
Yeah, that's where we got our videos.
I see it in my mind. We used to go to the
Paul Orndorff versus the Magnificent Morocco. Randy Savage with Miss Elizabeth defeated George the Animal Steel, but as you will recall, George got to carry Elizabeth away, right?
Yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
That just drove Randy crazy.
Jake Roberts defeated some person named George Wells. That sounds like a squash match to me.
It does.
How is that on WrestleMania? Mr. T defeated Roddy Piper in a boxing match, which I remember not liking. Actually, I didn't. Mr. T should be able to beat Roddy Piper.
But it's a boxing match.
Well, we rooted for Mr. T.
Yeah.
The fabulous Moolah.
How
old is she at that point?
Like at this 50s? Point, yeah, she's getting to the age where she's bringing in the young bloods, the young ladies.
Well, she defeated Velvet McIntyre.
Okay.
Yeah. Corporal Kirchner, who was the person they tried to bring in to replace Sergeant Slaughter, and it didn't
work. Yeah.
Defeated Nikolai Volkov. Andre the Giant won a battle royal.
He's smacking people out.
Defeating Bret Hart as the last person. The British Bulldogs
Go ahead.
defeated the Dream Team of Greg Valentine and Brutus Beefcake.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Ricky Steamboat defeated Hercules Hernandez.
Yes.
Yes. Setting up for the Ricky Steamboat Macho Man feud for WrestleMania 3.
Yes. Which was
Adrian
tough
Adonis.
I'm going to say, which is tough because if you like both of them, it's hard because they're both like, I mean, amazing.
Yes.
So it's tough.
Adrian Adonis defeated Uncle Elmer.
Yeah, I love his pancakes.
The Funks.
Oh, the Funks.
Yeah, even though Dory Funk Jr. was called Haas Funk for some reason. Defeated Tito Santana and the Junkyard Dog.
Oh, Junkyard Dog.
There was probably a branding iron in that match.
Probably.
And Hulk Hogan defeated King Kong Bundy. Sad day for the Heenan family.
Sad day.
Well, anyway, so that's what you were looking at here in comparison in 1986.
Yeah.
These were the heroes. You had heroes like Hulk Hogan and Mr. T and America. And right here, you have the anti-Mr. T, Booster Gold. There's no teaming up with Mr. T cartoon here.
But Booster believed in what Mr. T said. You better be somebody or you're going to be somebody's fool. And he was going to be somebody.
He was going to be the fool.
No,
Correct.
he wasn't going to be the fool. He is the fool, but he's going to be somebody while being the fool. Oh, I'm messing it up. Damn it.
Ultra Boy is kicking his ass and throwing him all over the city.
Yeah.
So much for the low profile the Legion was supposed to be keeping here in the 20th century.
Breaking stuff left and right, smashing stuff. Things are blowing up.
I love the Ultra Boy just grinning as he gets shot with the blaster thing.
Yeah, because he's
like,
ultra strong.
Haha, I'm invulnerable. Haha. Not always, though, because
Yeah.
he can only use one power at a time. We flip the page, and Ronnie's back there going, "You're not Agent Zimmer." He's like, "Good thinking, guys. My name's the Chiller." And George W. Bush, H.W. Bush, sorry, says, "Unfortunately, Mr. President, as I recall from CIA briefings, the Chiller is an international hitman of extraordinary ability." So they acknowledge George H.W.'s previous CIA experience.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't
He cut.
He was a guy.
And then he says, "Not gonna, I'd say we're obviously his next targets."
Well, George, it's hey, if that's so, well, I can't see that far. It's terrible. My bifocals.
We are the worst.
When
South Park says celebrity bad celebrity impersonations
That's
or
us.
whatever, we are
living
up to that.
We're doing it. We're doing it.
Are you watching the South Park right now? By the way,
I'm not.
I'm ashamed of you for not watching the season.
But Dan, I drive a Prius. I'm doing my part.
Look, Satan was just having his baby in the last episode.
Oh, really? Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't believe you're not watching that. Jesus is turned into a bro now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does he have broccoli hair?
No, but he has a goatee.
Oh, he's a bro, not a bruh.
Yeah. He walks around playing guitar like he's Bill and Ted, breaking things with his guitar.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's I can't believe you haven't. Anyway,
I haven't seen it.
Get back to me when you've spent the 2 hours to watch the 5 episodes that are out this season.
I'm currently watching the other show you told me to watch.
What? Oh, The Chair Company?
Yeah. It's pretty much my life.
Fantastic. So. The Chair Company, but those are only 20-minute
No,
episodes. Right?
I'm saying the actual show is very much like my life. So I mean,
yeah. Oh, you fell off a chair and then you started investigating the entire.
Yeah, company. I went down the rabbit hole, Dan. I couldn't stop, and then there was a guy in my closet, and he's like, "There's no way out," and I'm spoiling things for people, but that's okay.
The Chair Company is honestly like a television show version of this podcast.
Oh, it is.
It just like goes everywhere. Like
goes
you're just
everywhere.
like, okay, what will happen next?
I
And he gets
swear.
distracted and
Yeah, like I swear I was driving in the car with you one day and you were listening to something and I was like, "What are you listening to? Are these prank calls?" And you're like, "No, these are just them talking to each other." Did they actually say this to each other? I'm like, "No, they're just talking to themselves, but with each other." This is my favorite part. Let me skip ahead. And then just
yes, they have Jerky Boy analogs for anybody who's paying attention in the show.
It's fantastic.
If you remember the Jerky Boys, I'm sorry.
Oh, I still have the CD. I'll send it to you. I got two.
Of course you do.
I'll sign it.
JJ Penman, train conductor JJ Penman, loved the Jerky Boys.
Yes.
Shout out to JJ, who will never listen to this podcast.
He will never listen to it.
He'd be like, what are you two idiots doing?
Why are you two idiots doing this?
Yes.
Oh my God.
So anyway, eventually Booster gets up and hits Ultra Boy when he's switching powers or something.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta be fast. I gotta be so fast to catch him off balance. Well, he's not.
And this sets up the inevitable battle of force field versus force field.
No.
Brainiac 5 rolls in, turns on his force field. Booster turns on his force field. Booster's confused.
Oh, hey.
Brainiac 5 drops his, of course, Mr. Spock, fascinating, which shameful. Come up with another word there.
Hey, it's a very interesting intersect right there between the two different things in which you love. You love the Legion, you love Star Trek. Why can't you love them both if Brainiac is much like a Spock?
I do. I have the Star Trek Legion crossover back here.
So did Brainiac and Spock have a baby?
Yeah. Let's see. Right. We can find out.
Had a baby. Its name was Booster.
It's
yeah, they did.
It's pretty.
Cool. Yeah. See?
It's no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. No, their whole entire interaction though is like when two dogs meet at the dog park that are like
there they are right next to each other.
That's cool. They're very much the same but different. And by different, I mean one has pointy ears and one is green.
And immediately, Brainiac 5 takes charge and starts telling Ultra Boy what to do, which is how it should be.
Yeah.
And Ultra Boy finally, Ultra Boy wises up and actually uses his powers to do something useful.
Oh.
And identifies that Booster's wearing a flight ring along with a force shield belt.
That guy. How'd he get him?
We flip the page and Mr. Chiller is out in the woods with the president and the vice president.
This does not look good, guys.
And Ronnie's giving him a perfect speech. Remember the Gipper and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can't kill us. That'd be terrible. The Chiller explains the entire plot to the president and the vice president before killing him.
Oh, that's typical. So typical bad guy move. I'm going to tell you everything before I get you so that you know.
Well, all hopes have faded, they say. He says, adios, amigos. And somebody yells, freeze.
Dan, here's a question.
And it's Skeets.
Wait, here's a question. Do you think Ronnie was thinking in this moment that if he only had a secret weapon with him, that maybe the outcome might change?
He has Skeets.
No.
He doesn't need a secret weapon.
Doesn't need a secret weapon. Okay.
Skeets is the secret weapon.
Okay, Skeets is a secret weapon. All right, Skeets is there.
I don't think look, I mean, not to be too ugly, but but this is 1986. Yeah. I don't think Ronald Reagan's remembering what he had for breakfast.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
You're probably not wrong.
Probably not wrong.
Historically, I'm not
Historically, you're probably not wrong.
So, which is sad, because that's a terrible, Alzheimer's is a terrible thing.
It is a terrible thing.
Make jokes about it. But it was one of those, it's one of those times when I grew up being this kid who believed in everything that was America, and America was great, and here they were hiding this really major thing from us.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I was just thinking if he had his monkey.
Brainiac 5 would have the monkey.
No, George had a monkey when he went to Washington, when Mr. Smith went to Washington.
Yeah, but
Sticker
Brainiac
weapon.
5 got a monkey later because Brainiac used to have a monkey.
And that's because you didn't realize that Brainiac 5 is actually...
Well, anyway, Skeets is back, and I was all excited, and you interrupted.
I'm sorry. Skeets is back.
And Skeets is back, and Skeets shoots the chiller with a stun blast.
Oh, he doesn't kill him.
And he starts yelling at Booster to get his ass over there.
Get over here. That's a cool panel, though, with Booster, like, talking to Skeets, and then Brainiac 5 tapping him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
It's an awesome panel.
And yeah, Booster's telling him we're time cops, and Brainiac 5's like, yo, we're not time cops.
That's a totally different story, buddy.
And so now we're off to the next part of the story where everybody's going to go help everyone, right? But they've got to negotiate this conflict out while Mr. Chiller's on the ground first, and make sure they get there just in time, not ahead of time.
Yes.
So Brainiac 5 explains that he needs to examine his ring, his force shield. He's got to figure out what's going on. And he's like, yeah, these are all from the 30th century and stuff. And Booster's like, the 30th century? What?
Oh.
And Ultra Boy's like, just give us a reason not to, to take you back home and stuff.
I'll ride you like a skateboard all the way there.
Yeah, why were you trying to assassinate the president and stuff? And then they keep talking, and he's like, no, please let me save them. And we've got cameras everywhere.
Oh, my gosh.
Way to remain, way to, not be part of the scenery here. Legion is getting filmed by everybody. Booster's getting filmed by everybody.
Yeah, it's very, oh, hey, we're all getting captured on film, but we're not supposed to.
Yeah, what Dirk Jerkhead is standing down in the audience saying, what an awesome sight. If only a guy could package that somehow.
Oh, man.
I don't know why he's talking about Booster's package like that.
Maybe he's talking about all their packages.
I would just also like to point out that when Booster started, there was no cape. So my assumption is that Dirk created the cape. So Dirk is, once again, an idiot.
Dirk's like, you know what you need? You need a cape.
A cape. Well, we flip the page. The chiller is up, and Skeets looks like one of those weapons from that first season Star Trek episode where they go to the planet and the weapons keep getting better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robot weapons.
Boom. Robot.
And Skeets is distracting him. The chiller, in very reasonable, just yells at him to hold still.
Hold still!
And then he's like, screw this. I don't need to keep fighting with Skeets. I will just murder presidents. It's fine. And vice presidents and future presidents. But Booster is there just in time to deflect the blow. And the chiller's like, him again. Lucky the 1000 had a plan in case something went wrong. All I got to do is press this emergency signal.
Beep-boo, beep-boo, beep-boo.
And here come Cobra Commander's helicopters.
Oh, man, they're just flying out of nowhere.
Now, what were the Cobra helicopters called?
There was a couple
help from listener Jason here.
Yeah, Jason, chime in when you can. I know there was a couple different ones that they used, so give us the one that fits this comic the best.
Raptors? No, they're not raptors. That's a bird.
Yeah.
Vipers? Were they Vipers?
Vipers were a designation.
That was their planes, right?
No, that was a designation for a soldier. The Hiss was the tank. I'm trying to think. There was like I said, there was 2 different ones that I can think of, but I can't think of what their names were. So Jason will have to get back in. Viper, I think, was the I want to say that was the boat. Or Moccasin was the boat. Moccasin was the boat.
It just says that it's the Cobra helicopter.
Oh, really? It's Cobra helicopter.
That's boring.
I got one downstairs.
Dragon Hawk XH1. Oh, that's a GI Joe.
That's
toy.
that's
the GI
that's
Joe
that's the
helicopter.
one that Wild Bill flies.
Well, this is disappointing. GI Joe Fandom Cobra vehicles. It looks like it's called a Cobra transport helicopter.
Oh, this is a tiny little guy.
Oh, okay. So the individual helicopters with that were open,
Yeah.
that's the Fang.
The Fang. Okay, the Fang.
Okay.
Okay.
But the helicopters like this were just called the Cobra transport helicopter. That's
Oh.
not very exciting at all.
Not exciting.
Well, anyway, helicopters come in. They try to shoot Ultra Boy. That's going to not work.
Pew, pew. I'm
'cause
invincible.
he was smart enough to be invincible. He'll have to switch to ultra speed here.
What if he
And,
what if he he was trying to switch and he's like, and he couldn't, he was like, oh man, which one do I want? And he's like too slow.
he would get shot.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
They did write into Legion lore later that he, in the 1989 Dark series, thank you, Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
In the 5 years
Dark.
later, Legion, they blow up a building with Ultra Boy in it, and
man.
he survives. And the
Lucky
argument is he just leaves on, he leaves his powers on invulnerable as his natural state,
okay,
which makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, and then he switches. But yeah, there have been issues where he was switching between powers and got smacked or hit or whatever. Also, some people have speculated, how can you use super strength without invulnerability? You would crush your hand in your body.
Well, I mean,
so there is some fandom that says he has a little bit of invulnerability all the time and has a little bit of super strength all the time and has a little bit of speed all the time. But then his powers he can direct them toward a thing.
He's directing it.
That's the fandom explanation.
That makes sense.
But yeah. So anyway, Brainiac 5 says things are ancient. Ronnie's concerned.
Yeah. What do you mean, ancient? I'm a young man.
Yeah. Well, they get the two into the vehicle. Brainiac 5 protects them with their force field. Booster goes through an entire helicopter.
Yeah.
And the Cobra soldiers jump out. I mean, 1,000 soldiers jump out because they have to show them alive because it'd be really cool if they were really paying tribute to G.I. Joe. They'd have them going down in little parachutes in the background.
Yeah.
With
laser blast.
Yeah. And I think the best part, though, is Skeets is like, hey, Booster, you should not go through a helicopter. And Booster's like, yeah, I'm doing that anyway. And then he says that felt good. And Skeets is like, oh, incredible. That's cool. You can do things. It looks like Chameleon Boy has changed into a giant space dragon. And
space dragon.
Carrying away the limousine. While Ultra Boy is fighting with the other helicopter, he goes ahead and grabs the other helicopter and uses his ultra strength.
Ooh, smash.
To slam it into the ground. I'm sure the pilots are fine. See, they're running away on the next page. Look at it.
Yeah, they got out just fine. They're not like, oh man,
yeah.
It didn't feel great, but I'm fine.
And Ultra Genius is like, where are you guys going? Don't you want to stick around and chat? And they're like, no way, Jose. And he's like, Jose, who's Jose?
I don't know what you mean by that. Is what
he needs
saying.
Lessons from Skeets about vernacular of the time.
Yeah, it's like,
yeah. Well, anyway, we get back. Ultra Boy grabs him and says he's going to take them to the science police. They don't know who the science police are because they don't have science police yet.
What do you mean by that?
The Chiller attacks Brainiac 5. He's like, you've ruined everything. And Brainiac 5's like, one of defeat's consequences assassin. He's like, you think I'm defeated? Ha ha ha! I'm going to disappear.
And then he disappears.
And they're like, a teleportation device. I wouldn't have expected that here.
What?
That means the Chiller is still around.
Oh, man.
Can be used in future stories. I can't wait.
He'll be back, and you'll be sorry.
Brainiac 5's like, yes, although I'm disappointed that the Chiller escaped. Now, though, once Chameleon Boy is returned, we can have a little talk. It's the Legion, so we've got to have a meeting.
Gotta have a meeting.
Got to have a meeting. And meetings, at least we kept that. Meetings are very important when it comes to the Legion. We've got to have a meeting. Now, if they had it back at the clubhouse, this would be even better at the head Legion HQ.
Yeah. Meeting on a meeting.
Past.
Yeah.
They have a page-long dialogue with Booster Gold where they explain why they're going to let him stay there.
Oh, wow.
Because it will alter their own history, maybe. They're not sure. They don't know what happens in the Hex series. It's referenced again.
Whoa.
Booster brings it up.
Maybe we should read that
one more time. The Legion all gets back in their... We could. The Legion all gets back in their time bubble and is like, goodbye.
See you later, Booster Gold.
And, yeah. And we're still only on page 17.
How did you know that?
Because
in this issue, there was
something
page
very
number.
important that happened in this issue.
They put page numbers in it for Dan. Everybody rejoice.
They listened to the readers.
It was a miracle. Dan is happy. There's a true smile on his face. He doesn't know what to do with himself.
There's page numbers.
There's page numbers. He's dancing in his seat. He's a confetti
I'm not
parade.
dancing, but yeah. It's well, anyway, we get back. There's a White House gala get together. Ronnie introduces Booster Gold to the world, but he doesn't know what to call himself. So I'm spoiling the joke, basically, but he's like, who are you? He goes, say, young fellow, what did you say your name was? And he's like, Booster. No, Gold. And Ronnie says, the one, the only Booster Gold. And then Booster Gold is brought in because he was supposed to say Gold Star.
Yeah, Gold Star.
That'll be sad later, so. Anyway.
Because those TVs and VCRs don't last very long.
Right. That was, it wasn't story related at all. So, and then it begins and we flip and we get, now you ready for this one?
Yeah.
We get Booster Gold in an advertisement for Dusk Cologne for Men.
Oh, wow. Dusk Cologne.
Remember one, Nathaniel?
Yeah. Yeah. It's what you wear.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Remember, Dusk Cologne, to bring out the hero in your man. Cut. We've done the commercial. Everybody is mad and happy at the same time. Trixie looks irritated a little bit.
A little bit.
But then just like ask it in the form of a question, very passive aggressively. What do you think, Mr. Davis? Does it have the stuff to be a good commercial? My dog is howling at the thought of that.
Oh, no.
And yeah, I don't know what's going on outside. We got a full-on, like, deep belly howl going on in the house here. Well, anyway, Dirk's like, hot boosteroo, you two were sizzling. I mean, we are talking nuclear meltdown.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, terrific, because little Monica here has a question. And Monica's, that's his co-star in the commercial, is like, yeah, like, how are you coming at getting me that female lead in Booster the movie?
Booster the movie.
So we're off to that. While Monica and Booster leave, Trixie is annoyed. And Dirk is at the bottom of the page saying, good luck, kid, and good luck. Ha, I'm your bad luck, kid. But I'm going to get Sarah back safely. That's his daughter. No matter what it takes, as you'll recall. He got a call from the 1000. And they mentioned that they had his daughter under watch. And yeah, and we get to page 21, and we've captured, let's see, in an homage to a book that hasn't gotten this far in the series yet. They've captured the two comic book creators.
No.
And they're going to take all the knowledge they have since they write the Draw the Booster Gold comic book. Clearly, they know everything about Booster Gold.
They know it all.
And see, it's just because the Dan Jurgens analog didn't want to draw all those characters in the teen book anymore. Now he's hooked up to the 1000 side trap machine by, who's this guy? Is it Dr. Frankenstein?
Dr. Beans and Franks.
See, and well, he definitely, Dr. Shocker.
Dr. Shocker.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's a Dr. Frankenstein analog. We got Dr. Shocker here.
Dr. Shocker.
Another villain I can't wait to learn more about.
Shocking. Oh, well, then we have to read the next book.
We get Cobra Commander at the bottom saying, and make sure it doesn't look like an accident. I want Booster to realize we are after him. They're killing these guys.
Oh my gosh.
That had to be a comic book creator.
Yeah.
Comic book creators always making the most money. Very strong life expectancy.
Exactly. Yeah, making the most money. They know all the stuff. They're going to get like trash.
And we get a page and we get Cobra Commander laughing and posturing. I mean, Diamond Face.
Diamond
Director.
Diamond Director.
The director.
Diamond
He will pay for thwarting the master plan of the 1000. He will pay with all he holds dear. And when it is done, he is nothing but a shattered husk of a man. He will pay with the last thing he will have left. His life. We're
laughing. We're laughing.
Beginning the final disastrous showdown with the 1000. Not for the timid, not for the weak. And it all starts next issue. I guess we have to read the final showdown.
The final showdown? Betrayal!
With the 1000.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. We'll do one more issue.
That's how they get you, Dan. They got their hooks in you, and now they got you on the next book.
We'll do we'll do one more Booster Gold issue. Just for Travis.
Listener Travis.
Just for Travis.
Listener Travis. Co-host Travis. Friend of the podcast, Travis. Co-writer extraordinary.
Well, speaking of not friends of the podcast.
Yes.
Actually, I think this is a really good letter.
Okay.
So, dear Booster Busters. Wowzer. What an explosive character. In fact, Booster Gold number 5 was a bit explosive. There are a few things I'm confused about in the series. That was the issue with the Twister, correct?
Yes.
One, how long after Crisis does Booster appear? If my calculations are correct, he would have appeared in January. He seems to have been on Earth for a month before the story starts in Booster Gold number 1. This adventure takes place almost a month after the story in Booster Gold number 1. So he would have had to appear 5 months after the Crisis, which was July. What a nerd. I just want to make sure. Who in their right mind would sit there and analyze comic book storylines and timelines like this?
I don't know, Dan. I don't know.
I can't imagine anyone that would do that.
I know nobody that would do that because honestly,
what a moron.
That's the time.
I bet this guy. I bet this guy hates page numbers.
And they probably they probably have stacks of comic books in boxes, just boxes of them. They probably put them in special shelving units or like drawers or something.
Who would
like
do that?
What would?
Well, anyway, number 2,
insanity.
Number 2, how did Booster get so popular in such a short time? 3, where is Superman during all this? Well, we know.
Because we do.
He shows up next issue. The next issue. I can't wait to see Booster get a speeding ticket and or somebody find out that he doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
We've already resolved that with the IRS stuff. They figured that out.
Yeah. He's good. He's gold.
He does like the car. He's a big fan of the car.
Oh, who wouldn't be? It's a sweet ride.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is Timothy Jones from 5414 North 12th Street.
Okay.
Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19141. If you disagree with Timothy, you can reach out to Timothy at that address. I'm sure if you write there right now, you'll get a response.
Tell him what you think. You ever think? Okay, here's an interesting question for you. okay, back then they would just put people's addresses right in the books. Do you ever think
Yeah.
people got mail from other people that their address was in the book and then people just wrote back to that person and said, I can't believe you're a moron, or I really do agree with you, or whatever, and just wrote to that person that then their address is in the book, and how like today in today's world, that's like we have um, you know, concerns and
Yeah.
laws and other things like that. But back then it was just like, I just put their address in there, we're
Well, I think they did. I think that's how some fandom happened.
yeah.
And here's somebody you would have written to, for example.
Uh,
There's a great letter in this. That's sarcasm.
is it TM
Letter
Maple?
in this letter column.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Dear Alan, I just picked up a copy of Booster Gold #5, and after reading it quite carefully, I have a question for you. Does Mr. Twister have a sister? If so, she's probably a twisted sister, right? Sorry for the punishment, but it just couldn't be helped. Elvis Orton, Route #4, Box 120, Dawson Springs, Kentucky, 42408. And then you would have written to Mr. Elvis, and you all would have become friends forever.
it's true though. When you put it that way, honestly, I bet you friendships were forged. People met and hung out. The fandoms were created. This is before BBS, before mudding and other things like that, because the early internet wasn't even a thing. AIM wasn't a thing. People weren't doing any of those types of chats.
You are incorrect, actually.
What do you mean? I mean, I know there was
bulletin board systems were up at this point.
I know there was, yeah, but I mean, do you think people were actually? They weren't as prevalent, I should say. They weren't.
That is true. I would have to look up numbers in the newspaper or back, and then I would call the number and log in with my modem, and then I would talk to one person at a time, or you'd leave things on a bulletin board. Yes.
But the only times the people that were using bulletin boards at this time were people that either had the the luxury of having a modem at home in this day and age, or they were at a school, or like a school as in like their high school had a computer with a modem, or they're going to a college that had modems, or you work somewhere that had a modem. But it wasn't something that was easily accessible to everybody. It wasn't until
and I would say mine was probably the next year, but as a 12-year-old too, talking on a bulletin board system, it probably wasn't the best environment.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, like,
but I was usually talking to high schoolers that were like 3 years older, or 3 or 4 years older than me. So,
hey, what's going on? You guys did? Yeah, I mean, like, I think I want to say,
do we explain what a bulletin board system is?
Oh my gosh,
probably. So a bulletin board system basically was you set up a local server at your house, and that wasn't.
I mean, that's it. No, to simplify it for somebody nowadays, it's like having a group chat on your computer, but it was the real basic.
But only one person could call at a time.
Yeah, yeah.
So you'd call a number, and you would log into that person's computer, and you would log into their bulletin board, and sometimes those bulletin boards had games. One had a game called, was it Trajan?
The cave. There was the cave
adventure game.
Yeah, adventure game.
Adventure game. Yeah, and that one was really cool. There was another one I used to play that was like I don't remember the name of it, but you created a fight. Well, I think that was Trajan, right? And then you'd have a fighter, and people could beat you up when you weren't online. And you would say, I like that. They would also do role playing, like I did Car Wars once. I did Strike Force Mortuary on a bulletin board system as well. That was interesting because I didn't know Marvel that well, but it was fine because it was just basically it was the Marvel system where you created a character and then did things. We did another one. I was in another bulletin board system. I was kind of a nerd, if y'all can't tell. It was another bulletin board system where we were doing a basic, I'll call it like Model UN sort of, but you were a country, like a cross between Model UN and Risk, but basically you were a country. And I was definitely the youngest person playing because I was Canada, and I wanted Canada to have nuclear weapons, and I didn't understand why that wasn't okay. And so anyway, it was there was a lot of things, and that evolved into what Greg is talking about. So then you had the paid services, right, that you dialed into, and you had America Online, you had
Lexus, or Lexus
was the one I what was the one I had access to that was really expensive? Well, CompuServe was one.
There was
Is it
hold on a second. There was the
CompuServe we had.
shoot. There was the
But
other.
what was the one I had after? What was the one I had after CompuServe? Like early high school, late junior high.
I'm trying to think what the name of it was. It had a cool name. Because my parents had AOL and my uncle had the one you had, and it was like the difference. Honestly, people, it was night and day.
But AOL won.
AOL one, but the other one, and that's the worst part, is like we can't even remember the name right now, but it was a step ahead of everything. And it was better. The interface was better. The ability to do things, the GUI behind it was just better. What you're dealing with on AOL was just so dummy friendly. It was bare, like, it was just like, oh, hey, cool. This is where you need to go. This is what you need to do. These are the 13 chat rooms that you can go into. This is the news. This is this. And it's right there on the tip of my tongue. It sounds like a bank name.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't remember right now. I'll remember some other time. But yeah. One I remember too, like there were some, even calling the BBSs, because I had a Trash 80 Model 3 I was calling in with. It didn't have a backslash key. And so you couldn't do a bunch of the commands in the bulletin board system because you didn't have a backslash key.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't realize like what early computers were like. It was it was fascinating.
I remember like when it was like, what's it, back in like 90, was it like, I think I started driving 93, 94, because you were still driving me around. And 90, it was like that summer.
94, I was gone.
No, I know, no, it was 94. I had to start driving.
Prodigy,
yes. It was 94 is when I had to start driving because you were gone. So,
yeah.
But I remember Paz found, he was on one of the boards and he started talking to some people, and we ended up like going to meet them, and they were at PLU, and we show up and they're like, you guys are kids.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, what's up, guys? And it was just like it was like just like a bunch of college kids that we've been chatting with. They're like, go home.
Yep. Go away.
Go away.
Yeah, there was it was an interesting world. Now we've had our talk about bulletin board systems. I did flip the page and we got to the meanwhile page.
Oh, meanwhile.
Because it looks like it's on the back cover this time. Adventures of the Outsiders. Last new issue, because it's going to go to reprints. Remember how I talked about the newsstand books going to reprints?
Oh, yeah.
Later. Yeah. They meet the Marine Marauder. That sounds exciting. Can't imagine why that book went down. Blue Devil. House of Weirdness is infested. The world is doomed. Green Lantern number 205. Carrie Limbo returns. Does she want Guy or Hal? Great. Did I mention I got this amazing gift for you? Oh, wait, it's over here. Way over here. For Christmas.
Oh, jeez.
The one-armed bandit.
I had actually forgotten for a moment.
You were excited. You thought you were getting something neat.
Actually, I was like, oh, what did he get? Oh, the trickery people. He tricked me. I was
the post-Christmas episode, a reminder of the Christmas gift.
Oh, it came back to haunt me.
Infinity Inc. number 31. A new costume and name for the Star Spangled Kid.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it wasn't a great change.
Oh, no.
By the way.
That's not good.
Sergeant Rock number 412.
Woo.
Something with the haunted tank and stuff.
Yeah.
And fighting. Superpowers number 2. Tier. Right here.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
This guy right here.
That guy.
Saves Darkseid.
Oh, that's nice of him.
He came all the way back from the 30th century, apparently. He was written into another story because he looks cool. Got an action figure, saved Darkseid somehow with his gun hand.
Gun hand.
Yeah, did you know this? He has a gun hand. See?
I see.
I don't think this one comes off, though.
No.
I probably shouldn't pull on it.
No.
No. Since Ann found this for me, that'd be Ann. One Ann Smith.
Yeah.
Owner of the Retro Emporium.
I always find
she found some other superpower toys.
I always find it funny when people come into the shop and they like start talking to me and they're like, "So this is your store?" And I'm like, "No, it's her store." And they're just like, "What?" And I'm like, Do you think look at me and look at the clothes I'm wearing. Do you think I could put this store together? Because I can't even put an outfit together. I look like I just, like rolled out of bed and like put a hat on.
Well, and looking like you just rolled out of bed and put a hat on, Swamp Thing number 53 crosses paths with Batman in his search for Abby.
That's got to be a spectacular issue.
New Teen Titans number 25, all-out warfare between the Titans and Hybrid.
Do
you think Hybrid knows Diamond Face?
Probably. They're probably work together.
Warlord number 110, a series I can't believe that went that long. Cool.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for Mr. Grell's series, even though he's not on it anymore. Who's Who number 20.
Who is who?
Sensor Girl, remember? Mentioned last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sergeant Rock. Shazam.
Oh, Shazam.
Don't they mean Captain Marvel? Shouldn't he be in the seas?
It could be. Should be. Isn't, though.
Shadow Lass. Sarge Steel, and more. It just, the times have changed so much. The Legion was so popular that when they listed the Who's entries, 2 of the Legionnaires were in the entries. Like, that's...
It's so popular, we gotta put him in.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Sorry, everybody.
Not anymore. But they are getting a new series soon.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah. Joshua Williamson's actually writing it.
Oh.
They're getting a big gun writing their series.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That is cool.
I mean, the last time, I think I mentioned this already, the last time we had a big gun that Brian Michael Bendis write this series, it went really
good.
Books were published.
Books were published. People, there was excitement for a moment.
Yeah, there was excitement.
Yeah.
The art was good.
Yeah.
The art was really good.
Well, I mean, if you got Joshua Williamson doing the writing, I imagine it's going to be interesting and take a life of its own.
Yeah, I kind of wish that, DC has Dan Slott doing a book right now.
Yeah. What do you want him to do?
Legion.
Do you think he would do Legion?
No.
So why would you want him to do a book he wouldn't do?
But he's doing Superman right now.
Yeah.
They also have Mark Waid won't do Legion anymore because he's already done it twice.
Yeah.
One was great and one was.
Okay, so you can't have those two. Who would you have?
I want Matt Fraction. Actually, that's really who I want.
That would be awesome. Matt Fraction on there.
I want Matt Fraction or Gail Simone on the book.
Okay.
Gail, I think Gail has written a few issues of Legion before. She ended the Abnett and Lanning Legion run.
Mm-hmm.
Back when she was in her earlier writing days for the Big Two.
Okay.
I love Gail's writing, but I would also say Gail might have the same issue that Mark Waid had of just being a Legion super fan and then trying to write the book. Matt Fraction, also a huge Legion fan, though.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should quit wanting the huge Legion fans to write the book.
So, well, here's a question then. You say Matt Fraction, you say Gail Simone. What's to say if you already think of Matt Fraction, why not Kelly Sue? You don't, I think there'd be something different.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying no to that. It wasn't. My brain always goes to these people who have written team books successfully.
Yeah, but I mean,
that also love the Legion.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the work on Bitch Planet.
And
Look
we
at
probably should get away from that. Yeah,
but I'm being serious. So look at the work on Bitch Planet. Look at the work in other places and see the life brought.
I don't think that's a bad idea. It's just the reason I shook my head is because I had not considered that at all.
That's why I'm saying it. Consider something different.
But I think people that can write large cast books and do them successfully.
Yeah. Bitch Planet.
And yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, that could be awesome.
I'll just keep saying it until the day I die. But
well, it's just something that I hadn't thought about, right? Like you just hit me out kind of out of left field, right?
Yeah.
My brain's always going to.
I know. I mean, but
anyway,
you can't. In my mind, you can't say Matt without thinking about her as well. So, but
yeah, no, that's fair. Well, I can because
I know you can. I know you can, but I mean,
I've got a book back here that's like. I keep turning away from the camera, which is great podcasting for the camera, but I have a whole book back here. Called Teenagers from the Future. Essays on the Legion of Superheroes. And Matt Fraction wrote the foreword for this book.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's cool. Talk about a fan. Yeah. I mean, this is a whole book full of fan essays. But, you know, you're a big enough fan to contribute to that in that way. That's really cool. Just to give you some context of why I was thinking of Matt Fraction. But anyway, enough of this.
Yeah.
We need to end this podcast.
Yeah.
Because it has gone a long time.
It has gone
Thank you for joining us for the whole ride of an hour and over almost 20 minutes. Hopefully you read the DC Challenge because while it definitely had its limitations, I think it's one of those historical pieces that's kind of fun because that's why we went through all those writers and authors. We've already mentioned the Retro Emporium on Meeker Street in Kent, Washington. If you are listening when we record this podcast, you definitely should not go there right now. But since this podcast will be coming out in the future, you should absolutely go there.
Yeah.
It'll be after Christmas. Take your Christmas gifts back that the people who just gave you random shit like this right here, and you never wanted it. Take that back to the store
and see if they'll trade you something for it.
Oh, don't take it to the Retro Emporium.
Oh, take it back to any other store but the Retro Emporium.
Get money. And then go to the Retro Emporium and buy what you want.
I don't think there's anything we could do with that.
I don't think anybody
I could just continue to collect just Guy Gardners. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Yes, you just have 1,000 Guy Gardners.
Yeah, and then give them all back to Dan. Everybody, if you want to make my year, the year 2026, something special, I am starting a Guy Gardner collection. You can send all the Guy Gardner action figures to me, and then I will do something special at the end of the year with them. So, make that our mission. You just go and send them to the Retro Emporium in care of Greg. And we'll see what happens. Get to collecting. Dan's scared. You can see his face. It's great.
Okay. All right. That seems like a great idea. Send Greg things that I don't like. Piles of them, and I wonder what's going to happen to them. Okay. And then of course I'm wearing the mark of certified jiu-jitsu here.
Yeah, you are.
For jiu-jitsu lawyer Paul. Jiu-jitsu lawyer Paul gave me the phone number for Night Legal PLLC. And then I promptly didn't write it down or remember it.
That's what happens.
Because this whole time I've been telling you to contact Paul, but I don't give you any contact information.
You just say Night Legal.
Yeah. So maybe I'll put the information in the podcast notes or something.
That is a good idea. That's swell. That is a fantastic plan.
Also, shout out to Jason, who told me to make sure I'm reading my DCKO. And even though this will be a good month after or 3 weeks after I read the second issues and whatever, am keeping up on that because I want to see what happens with the Legion and everything in that story and how it moves things forward. So, yes, Jason, thank you for reminding me and keeping me on track. I do have the piles of books I'm reading and keeping up, and we appreciate that. Big shout out to, I had a lot of shout outs lately, but anyway, reading Heroes and Friends by Jim Cornette right now.
Nice.
So he sent me one that was dinged up on accident and then sent me a new one.
Oh,
so,
that's nice, Sam. Good on you.
I was like, that's cool. And yeah, so he's not just a heel manager at all.
he's a collector and a nice guy.
I don't remember if I said this last podcast, but he made fun of me on the podcast, though. Actually, made fun of the mailman. He said for anybody to be able to bend their packaging and damage the books, the mailman must be the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, hey.
But indeed, the book came out very squished in the corner. I don't know if you could get it there, but just because he shouted out to us, to his million listeners, it didn't shout my name or anything, but solved my problem and mentioned it on the air. I thought I'd mention his podcast here. You could go to the Jim Cornette Experience and learn all about wrestling and why people hate Donald Trump, among other things.
Yeah.
So there you go. And anything else for advertising today?
I think that's everything.
Was there something else happening? Wasn't it like, let's see, it's an atmospheric river.
Yeah.
When we recorded this.
Yeah.
So now you'll know when. And atmospheric rivers make rain.
Yeah.
And when you talk about rain, you think of cyborgs.
Of course you do.
Call the movie Cyborg. It has to do with fighting. And when I go for a walk, the rain is like a nemesis.
Yes.
To my safety and my dog's happiness.
Yeah.
Actually, my dog loves the rain, but that's a whole different story. And so then the atmospheric river comes back, and that means it returns.
Oh, yeah.
So, right. So Travis Webb and Brett Wadelli may finally have a Kickstarter launched that was supposed to launch in September of 2025 called Nemesis, the Return of Alex Rain.
Yes. That you did.
Correct?
Yes, correct.
And all I needed was a natural disaster to happen for me to be able to remember the name.
Good job.
Thank you. And that's it. We're done. That's all we have. You can have the link to the Kickstarter, follow it, and when it launches, you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Bye.
See y'all later.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. I hope you had happy holiday times and stuff. Bye.
And a great new year.
I think this is right after New Year, so.
Oh, okay. Well, beginning of a new year.
Timey-wise. Yeah. Meet your resolutions and stuff. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Don't go to the gym. There'll be 9,000 people there. Bye.
Bye.